Hi, Capricorn. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for January 2024. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in January and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you are born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck in this reading. And happy birthday to the Capricorns out there. I wish you a very happy and blessed solar return. All that being said, Capricorn, now on to your January 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have is the Star, and this is an answered wish or an answered prayer. It's a spiritual blessing. It's God and the divine source, the angelic realms, your spirit guides, hearing your wishes and dreams and prayers and giving you some kind of spiritual blessing. You may start to feel like your old self again. If you had had any kind of sickness or just had felt out of sorts, you may start to feel better. And like I said, more like your old self in January. You may be coming to some conclusions that you have to make peace with yourself and possibly with others. You may be deciding to communicate your wishes and desires more clearly to those around you, whether it be at work or your social life or your family life. You also may be coming to some conclusions that you're not going to allow people to step all over you. So if there's been people in your life that have been doing that, whether it's socially, in your family, or at a work, business, job, career, wherever it's happening, you're not going to allow that. You're going to put a stop to it. Some of you are going to get invited to attend some kind of party or gathering. It could be in your honor, because if you're born in January, it could be to do with you, your birthday. It could be for some other reason. But whatever this gathering is, I feel like it's important to you. And in some ways it could make a big difference or make some kind of, or be important to you in some way for your life and how you feel. Some of you could get a new job this month, especially if you recently graduated from a training program or school, some kind of education, training program, anything like that. If you recently graduated, I feel that some of you Capricorns are getting a job this month. You may be really heavily into putting new practices in order. You may be starting new exercise regimes, new diets, new schedules, new work schedules, like putting new things into practice that, like maybe you're going to start taking vitamins and minerals, or going on a walk every day, or taking like salt baths, Epsom salt baths to clear your energy and revitalize your energy. Anything connected to do with clearing out your energy, healing your energy, clearing your aura, and improving your health and wellness. You may be getting different forms of healing modalities as well. If you believe in Reiki and you understand how Reiki energy works, you may be getting Reiki treatments And there could be other types of healing modalities you could be pursuing in the month of January. And if you do, they're going to work out in your favor and they're going to be giving you blessings. So the next card in your reading, Capricorn, is the Devil, which is being trapped and bound to an unhealthy relationship, or being trapped and bound to an unhealthy circumstance or situation. It could also indicate you have an addiction to something: shopping, alcohol, smoking, sex, drugs, gambling, anything you can be addicted to, just about anything. This could also indicate fears, if you have fears about something. You may find out that you lost some kind of friendship, but it could be due to drugs or alcohol. They may have passed away, or they may be in rehab, or their life may be just so messed up or screwed up that you've lost them as a friend because they've gone off the rails, they've gone off track. You may be questioning a lot of things about life, and you may be saying to yourself, I understand why people get driven to the edge of many things. And it's like, I feel like you're having this, you're grappling with, but yet getting an understanding of things that you feel are pushing people to the edge and are too difficult for them in this world, the way things are moving in the world. You could be dealing with a partner that's jealous. They could be jealous of your success. This could also be a friend that's jealous of your looks or jealous of what you have. This could also be romantic jealousy on your part or on your partner's part. If you are dating somebody or are engaged, dating a serious relationship or a marriage, you could be jealous of something to do with your partner. Maybe you feel like they're cheating, or you're worried about somebody around them, and it could be making you jealous, or they could be feeling jealous for those same reasons directed at you. Sometimes the messages are coming from you towards somebody, but they could also turn around and be coming at you from somebody else. Some things that could be going on in January could be causing you to feel flustered. The feelings of flustered, being flustered, come up here. You may have some fears that drive up in you in January, where you're feeling like you can't trust certain people, or you feel like you can't trust certain situations. You may even feel that way about world leaders or nations leaders, or other factions out in the world that would be considered elites running things. You may not be trusting of that. It could be on a smaller scale in your own life, where you could have people in your family or bosses or higher ups where you work, where you may not be trusting leadership. Comes up here for some of you Capricorns. So the next card in your reading, Capricorn, is the Queen of Rods, and this is a fire sign person. This is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a fire sign, or if you're born on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. This is somebody, for some of you, you're starting to understand this person better than what you have previously thought or felt about them. There's hopeful energy that comes from the Queen of Rods, and they could bring in some wisdom, knowledge, and or understanding toward you. This, for some of you, could be somebody you're going to have intimate relations with them in January. But remember, when the court cards come up, that means kings, queens, knights, and pages. They're going to mean multiple people because it is a general reading. So for some of you, this is somebody bringing you wisdom, knowledge, and helpful information, and maybe hopeful information. For others of you, this is somebody you could be intimate with. They could be coming to you. This could be somebody that wants you to teach them something. They may want to learn from you. They may also want you to hire them if you are in a position to hire anybody. They may want you to teach them or instruct them. They may want you to be a teacher or a mentor to them. This could also be somebody in your life that is having some kind of surgery, or they're having complications in their physical body that is causing them to need surgery. I get this really weird energy, like in one way they want you to be there for you, and they want you to use them in a sense like, I'll work for you. I'll help you. I can do all these things for you. On the other hand, I'm getting that they could be the helpful energy, the teacher and the mentor to you. So again, in your reading, I've gotten it could be coming to you from them or from you to them. You had that energy already in the Devil card. You've got it here again. The same kind of, it could go either way in the Queen of Rods card. This could also be a family member to you that has important messages, insights, and information they need to share with you. It could even be a relative that is deceased. So if it's not a person in the living, you could be getting downloads or important information through a psychic medium or on your own through downloads and channeling them yourself. So that could be a person, this could be a person in the living for you or someone you're connected to that has passed away and they're communicating with you from the spirit realm. Now I'm going to stop this reading right here to let you know if you would like to see what this new year of 2024 has in store for you and to see what my spirit guides have to say for you, you can get my New Year 2024 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread readings for each sign of the zodiac. There's 10 cards. That's a lot of messages and predictions. And if you got your sun, your moon, and your rising, that's 30 cards there. That would be a lot. It would probably feel like a private reading to you. But just get, if you want to get one sign, just get the sign that usually resonates with you in my readings here on YouTube. Also, the other video series I have available for the year of 2024 is my Psychic Crystal readings for the new year of 2024 for each sign of the zodiac. I started them last year. They were new last year based on request. I did it last year, and this year I did it again. They were very popular last year, so hopefully if you found them helpful or interesting, you may want to get them again for this new year of 2024. Those links will be down below in the description box in the Show More section. They're also available on my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page. You just click on whatever zodiac sign you want to get, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. When you purchase these videos on Vimeo, you are supporting this channel. I do not sponsor other companies' works. I have lots of companies that request me to partner with them or get involved in sponsoring them, and I do not. I sponsor my own work and my own readings here. And if you find that my readings here on YouTube are accurate for you, you may find very much likely that those readings on Vimeo will be equally as accurate. I'm doing the same things. I'm connecting with my guides using tarot and crystal and oracle cards, etc. And maybe you'll want to check them out if you haven't done so yet. And thank you so much to those of you who do purchase my Vimeo videos. I do truly appreciate it. It is very helpful to me, and it helps me to keep this channel going. So thank you so much for that. And I wish you all a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year in 2024. So now on to card number 4, you have the 7 of Pentacles. And this is being tired and exhausted from your hard work and efforts, but gaining financial gain and rewards from your hard work and efforts. It could also be something related to just your finances or just work, or it could be a combination of the two. You may be reinstating something that dropped off. If you needed to have any kind of like, I don't know what to call that, like certifications, and you let it slide where you didn't renew it, or like a license or a permit to do something to do with business or work or money. In January of 2024, I see you reinstating it or getting it revised. And I don't know, reinstated is the word that keeps coming to me. I feel like you learned some lessons from the past, that you broke something off and you shouldn't have done that. So now you're not going to do that again. That could be about this licensing and permits and reinstating situation. It could be about some accounts that you didn't keep up with or pursue, or you let drop off and slip away, and that turned out to not be a wise decision. You need to fix things, reorganize things, align things in a pragmatic sense. And this could be your money and your accounts. It could be your business and your clients and customers' accounts. And it could be, if even the same message, if you work for somebody else. Some of you are adjusting to changing circumstances at your work. There could be new bosses, new owners, new schedules, new routines, new departments. There could be, like, people could be getting shuffled around. Some of these changes could cause you, like, to melt down. You may not like what the shifts and changes are. But, you know, sometimes when you don't like something initially, that you find in a couple of months or a couple of weeks, a couple of months, a couple of years, but faster than that. I feel like this would be within a few months. I feel like you'd see that it works out better for you. It's a better situation. So try not to be upset if you get, you know, your department or, you know, your schedule or routines get moved or shifted or changed around, and it feels like a betrayal or a disruption to you, or unfair, or like, why would they do that? Like, if you question any of that, even with finances and banking and accounts, in the long run, keep that in mind, the bigger picture, and in the long run, it will work out. So because you know that, if this comes up for you, if you're one of the Capricorn sun sign, rising sign, or moon signs that experience that, it should bring you calm and peace to hear this message, that in a short period of time, you're going to see that this was a positive and better scenario, even if you feel like it's not at the time that it's happening. So your last card of this reading is the 3 of Rods, which is success. It's waiting patiently for success to come in. It's also letting something go so success can come to you. You could also be at the beginning stages of a successful business venture. I feel that some of you are going to spend some time outside in nature. And this is going to be very good for you. Even though it may be cold where you live, I still feel you're going to do it. And this is going to help clear your mind so that you can, like, organize your thoughts and get some plans and ideas together. Like plans, mapping out things that you want to do. If you stopped some kind of program, I get you re-entering it. So if you were in some kind of training program or online classes or programs or schooling or education of any kind, and you left, I feel you're going to re-enter it, and it will be a success for you, because this is the card of success. You may have important business meetings in January. You may be meeting with people that live at a distance. You could be having meetings over Zoom. Some of these people could live in another country or far away from where you are. You could land some kind of business proposal or an account that could come to you if you are in the business world. That could be quite lucrative for you in the near future. You could be put in charge of special accounts and special programs in January. You're going to have to muster up the courage and speak your truth about things that are going on at any kind of company or business that you deal with that you don't like. Or any changes that were made that you feel like were not wise. You're going to have to find the courage to speak up and let them know that you don't think it was a good idea or that you didn't like it. If you get involved in the restaurant business or the food or involving food in any way, it's going to really work out for you. It will really take off. I see some of you going to a takeout place or to a restaurant where you're buying something they've made and you're like, I want to go into this business, or I want to make this product and I'm going to sell this myself. It could be baked goods. It could be anything food related. I see you being very successful with that. Even if you're buying somebody else's product and then you make some kind of arrangement with them for you to market it, rebrand it, and then sell it. You know what pops up into my head? You're going to think, what the hell is she smoking? Seriously, when I got that message, the thing that popped up in my head was, if you ever saw the movie Ratatouille, where the chef, the little tiny French chef, is doing this deal with, he has Gustave's restaurant, right? Like he took over for Gustave. He was the sous chef, and then Gustave passes away, and then he becomes the chef of the restaurant. And then he starts doing this business deal with this guy that does these frozen foods that are like Chef Gustave's burritos, or, whatever the frozen foods were, which really was not in alignment at all with the fine French cuisine of Gustave's, right? But the little sous chef that became boss, he's making all these business deals for these frozen burritos and other frozen things that they were making. So I'm sorry I went on a little tangent. Don't you love it when you came here for predictions and I'm going to start explaining to you about Ratatouille? If you never saw that movie, you really have to watch it. I was in the food business since I was 16 and went to culinary school, and then was in the food business after that for 22 years. And I got to tell you, that Ratatouille kitchen, and that is very accurate, very accurate about how the dynamics worked in the kitchen in Gustave's. It was actually highly accurate. Whoever they consulted for that movie really knew what they were talking about. So anyway, some of you are going to make some kind of deal where either you start the business yourself, or you buy somebody else's product, you make an agreement with them, and then you remarket it and rebrand it, and then you resell it. It's weird. Welcome to Psychic Readings. Did you expect to get a normal reading, Capricorn? You don't know me very well. Weirdness can pop up at any point. So the best gemstone crystal I got for you to work with, use, and wear in the month of January 2024 You got bloodstone, which actually is one of my favorite stones in this bag. It's a grounding and purifying stone. It heightens your intuition and creativity. It wards off negative energy. Bloodstone is good for stimulating dreaming, and it is a revitalizing stone. It's a protective stone. It encourages selflessness and idealism. It strengthens the immune system, and it detoxes the liver, intestines, kidneys, spleen, and bladder. Bloodstone invigorates the blood and energizes life. Those are the reasons I love this stone, because it does so many things, and it really, really does help with your anything that can detoxify all those organs and revitalize your blood. That's a powerful, powerful stone. It is a stone in January that's going to make you feel very enlivened and invigorated, and like you have more vitality and more energy. It's going to help broaden your mind and really accentuate your creativity and see the broader picture of things. It's really going to help you sort out who is genuine, who's telling the truth, and who's going to be the backstabbers. It's really, so if you're in the business world, I highly recommend you wear and carry bloodstone, maybe all the time, maybe not just for January. It's going to give you a more positive attitude in January, and it's going to really motivate you to be helpful and kind and considerate to other people, especially those in need that are downtrodden or down and out. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it was worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And don't forget, I'm also on Rumble at the Lucky Mermaid LLC. It's all one word. That's my channel on Rumble. And you never know what's going to happen over here. So, you know, on YouTube, anything could happen. So you might want to follow me on Rumble. So if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for those topics for each sign of the zodiac, you can access the most recently recorded video series down below in the description box, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page, and there you can scroll through those pages and see all the video series I've recorded. You just click on whatever zodiac sign you want, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. If you want to see what's happening for you in 2024, I have 2 video series for you. My most recently recorded one is my psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2024 for each sign of the zodiac. I looked into every area of life I could think of to look at, and I did these last year. They were very popular, so I did them again this year. So you might want to check those out. And don't forget my New Year 2024 10 cards psychic tarot, my 10 card Celtic Cross psychic tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac are also available. If you got your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, you would have 30 cards of predictions and messages. If you want to get just one sign, go by what resonates for you usually here on YouTube, or get your sun and your rising sign is what I really recommend. But do whatever you can to get those messages and predictions for this new year. Also, my 2 video series I did for the 2 eclipses that happened in October, You're still being affected by those eclipses. And if you haven't checked them out yet, you might want to. Eclipse effects usually last for 6 months, but when I recorded those videos, those predictions were going out 9 months and even up to a year. So they were very powerful eclipses. The first one was on, actually it's the second one, but it happened the most recent, is the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 28th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. And also my new moon solar eclipse in Libra, October 14th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. I use the same format in both. Many people comment on those and find that they are very accurate for them, so you might want to check those out. Also, my Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread, psychic tarot readings. That's 1 year of predictions in 7 cards for each sign of the zodiac. I recorded them in August of 2023, and they go out until the end of August of 2024. Also, my career and finance, psychic tarot, and crystal readings for 12 to 18 months are available. I recorded them in April of 2023. Those predictions go out all the way until October of 2024. So that's a lot of predictions and messages still to come for your career and finances. And I do not think I'm going to do them anymore, or I am changing the format at the very least. So if you like the old format, you might want to get those to see what's coming up in your career and finance. If you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, channeled through me, that you're not going to see here in a video format, you can follow me on my Facebook pages, at my Facebook page at the Lucky Mermaid LLC, and on my Instagram page at the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel. And I'm also highly active on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you can follow my tweets, I guess. Do you still call them tweets? Over there, from my spirit guides messages at the Lucky Mermaid is my handle over there. And if you would like to donate to this channel and help support the readings I do here on YouTube or on Rumble, there is a donation link down below under all the videos series I have linked below. And that link for donations is connected to PayPal. Thank you so much for all your donations. It's very kind. I do appreciate it. It does mean a lot. It does help a lot. So I hope you have an absolutely wonderful month of January 2024. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.